If you're going through menopause and you keep snapping awake at 3 a.m., heart pounding, mind racing, exhausted but wired, the problem probably isn't what you've been told. For years, the answer was simple. It's your hormones. And yes, hormones matter. But research in 2026 suggests something else is happening in those early morning hours. And once you understand it, those wake-ups may finally start to make sense. Quick note first. This video is for educational purposes only and isn't medical advice. Always talk to your own healthcare provider. Okay, in the next few minutes I'll walk you through 3 things. First, why 3 a.m. specifically? Not midnight, not 5 a.m. Second, the one mistake that quietly makes menopause insomnia worse, even when you're doing everything right. And third, what the newest research actually points to is the approach that helps the most women. Stay with me, because the third one surprises almost everyone. So why 3 a.m.? Here's the part most people miss. Sleep isn't one flat state. It runs in cycles. And the back half of the night is lighter, more fragile sleep. During menopause, shifting estrogen and progesterone make your temperature regulation less stable, and your stress response system more reactive, right at that fragile window. Research suggests up to 60% of peri- and postmenopausal women report insomnia symptoms, trouble falling asleep, and especially early morning awakenings. But here's the thing. Hormones set the stage. They're not always the thing that keeps you awake once you're up. And that is the mistake we need to talk about. When you wake at 3 a.m. and can't drift back, what do? Most women do the natural thing. Check the clock, do the math on how little sleep is left, and start worrying about tomorrow. And that reaction, research on insomnia suggests, is exactly what flips a brief wake-up into an hour of staring at the ceiling. The anxiety about not sleeping raises alertness, the opposite of what you need. There's even a modern version of this. Some people become so focused on perfect sleep that they develop real anxiety about it, something researchers have started calling orthosomnia. So the wake-up is menopause. The staying awake is often something we're accidentally doing to ourselves. Which raises the obvious question, what actually helps? This is where 2026 research gets interesting. A systematic review published this year in the journal Menopause found that poor sleep in this stage is consistently tied to lower quality of life. More anxiety, more low mood, less focus at work. So it matters. And when researchers looked at what helps, the standout wasn't a new pill. Meta-analysis data shows that cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia, CBT-I, significantly improved sleep quality and reduced insomnia severity in menopausal women. It works by retraining that 3 a.m. stress response, not by sedating you. Many women report it helps where supplements alone didn't. Now, that doesn't mean supplements or hormone therapy have no place. That's a conversation for you and your doctor. But if you've only ever been offered one lever, you've been missing the one with the strongest evidence. So what does that look like tonight? A few research-informed ideas many people find useful. Not medical instructions, just starting points. 1. If you're awake more than about 15 minutes, don't lie there fighting it. The counterintuitive move is to get up, keep the lights low, and do something calm until sleepy again. 2. Keep your wake time consistent, even after a bad night. It stabilizes the fragile back half of your sleep. 3. Keep the bedroom cool, because temperature spikes hit hardest in that 3 a.m. window. And notice what all 3 have in common. None of them are about trying harder to sleep. They're about removing the pressure. Which brings us back to those 3 questions I promised to answer. So let's close the loop. Why 3 a.m.? Because that's your lightest, most temperature-sensitive sleep. And menopause destabilizes exactly that window. The mistake? Treating the wake-up as an emergency? The worry is what keeps you up. not the menopause itself. And the approach with the strongest 2026 evidence? Not a stronger sedative, but CBT-I, retraining the response, so a 3 a.m. wake-up stays a moment, not a night. Hormones open the door. How you respond decides whether you walk back through it to sleep. If this made those 3 a.m. wake-ups make a little more sense, subscribe. This channel is about giving you the science without the fear. I'll link a video next on the exact wind-down routine many women use to protect that fragile back half of the night. And tell me in the comments, what time do you usually wake up? I read them. Sleep well?